So here we start, 2025, and I'm really focusing on women particularly, but men too, around really stepping into their sense of worth and understanding that and not having it at all negotiable. In fact, my book around soul naming, which is the journey to your soul's name, is about never negotiating yourself because we live in a world that wants to hyperly negotiate, does try to negotiate, tells us how to dress, tells us how that we need to look sexy for women and all that kind of crap, or you can't, you're not valuable if you don't go to college, or all the messaging we get as human beings about how we're supposed to show up. That is not the world we're supposed to live in. So the world we're supposed to live in is the one you want to create, the one you want to live in, whatever that looks like for you. And so my work, my 5-week program around really understanding your worth and your value in the world is based on this story. And I'm going to talk as quickly as I can because I know you got things to do. So, and I've told the story before, but this is how I got to my sense of worth. So I had gotten a call from a guy who had been interested in me for like over 10 years. I was like, no, no, no. I'd always told him no, 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 no. We were friends, but I wasn't really interested in dating him. And he waited a few years and my life had changed and he called me and I thought, okay, well, I've changed. Maybe he's changed too. So we started dating. And I had lost a lot of weight before I met him. And at every corner, he was somehow trying to demolish me. And that's what happens when you are a person of power. People will come to you because they see your light. They see it, they feel it, and they want it. And instead of going inside and getting theirs, they think they could snatch your light. They think they could somehow demolish your sense of self, which is just not true. But so he made comments like, I'd say, do you like this skirt on me? It had a little slit on the side. He goes, well, I like that. It looks good on, that half of your leg, meaning not the part that shows the cellulite. So he would make comments like that. And I didn't hear it for a while. I kind of laughed it off. And he finally ended up cheating on me. This was his way of, making sure he could somehow hurt me. And as he left our relationship, he said, you should learn to love yourself. And he wasn't wrong. When I sat with that, I thought, what the heck? I used all kinds of words. Let me just tell you. I thought, well, you had been saying no to him. And he's one of those people, I think it's, I forgot the guy's name, Marco, whoever, I can't remember his name, but the one that said, like, if you would have me in your club, then your club's not very good. It's kind of like that with him. If I was willing to have a relationship with him, then maybe I wasn't really all that. So I sat with that for a bit and I thought, before I date anybody else again, and I was getting older and I wanted to get married to the right guy, I said, I'm just going to take a year off. And I just started coaching, meaning I was just becoming a coach and starting to coach people. And I said, I'm going to coach myself for a year. I'm not dating anybody. I'm going to get really clear about my value. So I spent a year with myself, an entire year, really looking at the places where I gave away my power, places where I somehow diminished myself in people's lives so they'd be comfortable with me. And I just delete, delete, delete. And what was left was my sense of worthiness. So when I did that, I met my husband online immediately. And by our third date, which was on the phone, because I was on a business trip in Santa Barbara, we decided to get married. And I had found the right person at the right time because I understood my value, my sense of worthiness, and I applied it to everything. It's how I co-created Choice Magazine, still the only coaching magazine in the world, how I got Iana Van Zant on the board through her employee, who's still listed there, how I created a coaching practice that lasted for over 20 years. And then there's next level worthiness. You do all that and that's great. And you think, I got it. And then creator says, there's more. There's more. You have to dig deeper. So I have to expand my sense and deepen my sense of self-worth. That's the practice I'm in now. And that's the offering I'm making, a 5-week offering where we get really clean and clear about your value in the world. And we look at the places in which you give yourself away. I am going to do a free Zoom call so people can hop on and ask questions. And I can also show you some of the quality of work that we're going to do. This is going to have a profound impact because as we headed in 2025, we know not only in the United States, but around the world, there is a growing growing growth. Can I say it like that? There is a growing um, sense of fascism in the world. And fascism really will work diligently to create demise within as well as out. We're not that. We're not here for that. We're not participating in that. We don't need to close our doors. We're going to open our doors up and be grounded and rooted in what our worth is and work from that. That is the power. And we're going to stay in faith of what we know is true and good in this world, which is love, kindness, and all that other things that I've talked about. The power of love, the power of kindness, the power of loving ourselves. That is where we are going. We are not listening to the voices that want harm. We are listening to the voice of love. We are listening to the voice of divine. We are listening to the voices within your soul. This is our work. This is the practice. This is my offering. I'll see you there.